Today's edition of Back Roads of Illinois. We are bringing you lasted for farming sources and information sponsored by AgriGold. We're glad you're here on today for our program. I am here with Ed Usset from the University of Minnesota. We are talking about the fundamentals with these grains markets for today. You've been listening to Listen to Back Roads of Illinois. I'm talking on today with Ed Usset from the University of Minnesota. There's been pretty much everything is down at the corn markets. Ed, how are you?
Caesar, I'm doing great. The corn markets are not doing great. The wheat markets are not doing great. The soybean markets are not doing great. But livestock's doing okay, and I'm doing well too.
Are you going to be not happy camper for today on our conversation?
No, I'll try to be as cheerful as possible in a down market. It's always a challenge, but I'll do my best.
Great to hear that. Ed, what is your position on the fundamentals on the grains markets for right now? Could you tell us?
Well, Caesar, we're trading crop conditions, and crop conditions throughout the country and in my state of Minnesota are very good. I'm reluctant to say excellent, but they're very, very good. I've been tracking these things. These crop conditions figures have been put out by USDA for almost, I think this is the 40th year. They started in 1986. And I go back over 40 years and I separate the good corn years out, the conditions in those years. I separate the bad years out, and I'm all talking about yields relative to trend years with above trend line yields. And nationwide corn, nationwide soybeans, Minnesota corn, Minnesota soybeans, crop conditions are saying good. So I am to very good. And I'm expecting record yields in the corn market, probably record yields in the soybean market. And I think my home state of Minnesota is going to have record yields too.
Are you searching for the weather premium on the corn markets, especially with these prices, Ed?
Well, I don't know if it's a weather premium, Caesar. I'd call the weather discount. We've just had great conditions, and with people are always looking 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks out, and the weather is it's going to be wonderful. Here in Minnesota this weekend, we're going to cool off, not get cold, cool off. And I think that's wonderful for crop development.
How concerned about demand for the beans after the fall harvest season?
Well, we've got a tale of two cities going on in the soybeans, if I may paraphrase Dickens. On the one hand, you've got exports, and we're not getting along with China. Exports are lagging. We've known that for a long time. And the prospect of that improving is frankly quite iffy. Then we've got the crush side of the market, which is even larger than the soybean market. And the crush spreads are two thumbs up, over $2 a bushel on the board. about as good as you can get, and we've had some really good crush margins. This is all driven, by the way, by the soybean oil market, which is high, and the meal market, which is not doing so well. I discovered something today. I did a little math, and right now, um, well, let me preface this. Long term, if we look over the last couple of decades, generally the meal that comes out of soybeans is about 60% of the product value. Oil is 40%. And that's held true for many, many years. It moves around a little bit. On today's prices, it's a 50-50 split. In other words, 11 pounds of oil are worth as much as the 48 pounds of meal and hulls. And that is pretty incredible.
Do you have any thoughts about the beans from Brazil for right now to China when they are harvesting?
Well, they're selling a lot of beans to China, and China is happy to do business with them. And that's unfortunate for our soybean growers.
Do you have any final thoughts on old crop?
Well, as I said, holding on to old crop has not been a winning strategy for this late in the season. Hasn't been a winning strategy for 3, 4 years in a row. Your odds for success are very small there. It's unfortunate. I think a lot of people are going to be forced to sell. Those who have last year's crop, they're going to be forced to sell it late in the season, and they're not going to do very well on it.
What do you recommend within the balance sheet?
Well, I think the most obvious change I see coming in the next couple of USDA reports, I don't know if it'll show up fully in the August report or in the September report, but we've got corn yields estimated at 181 bushels per acre. I think the market is definitely trading something bigger than that. 184, 185. I've seen people say 187. That's what we're looking for in the upcoming balance sheets, a change to increase that corn yield. Soybeans, I'm getting mixed messages there. They've got a forecast of 52 and a half bushels per acre. And I tend to think that too will get a little bigger.
Thanks, said.
Thank you, Caesar.
This is Ed Usset from the University of Minnesota on back roads of Illinois. I am Caesar Delgado. You have a good day.